This video is how to create business cards using the Publisher template. I do want to show that the template will be able to have every card to be consistent, professional, and they will be all matching so the brand always looks consistent and professional and very nice. You can see here from all the cards that I've made, even from this quick picture view, that everything is very consistent. So the first thing you want to do is create a file folder and organize the files, because you will have, as you can see here, a lot of files, and eventually we'll get you the back that's pre-done for 99% of the backs that help market all of the programs at Green Valley. And there was a few people who did have an appointment back, and a few people to indicate the difference between the Life Academy office and the home office, because they had a different address. So there are 3 different backs. Most use this back with the mission statement, which is always the default back. So I happen to have mine in a, see if I can find it here, in my training folder. Okay, business cards. So here is the business card template, and it's in Publisher, which is something that you have. So I'm going to shrink this a little bit so you can see it in the movie monitor. Okay, so here all the fonts have been sized exactly according to all the ones that I made, actually in a different software. But once we got to the point where you guys were ready to take this over, I had to convert it to Publisher. So it may seem odd in terms of the sizes, but Adobe and Publisher are a little bit different. But I did superimpose it on top of the other cards. So this is the size. The size should not be changed. It will not be consistent if you change the size. So 10.6 is the name here. And you simply highlight over it and highlight over all this text of what the new name, the new title, the new phone number right here. Now, let me explain what this graphic is. This is a locked graphic. I locked everything in place. It cannot be edited, so that will help maintain consistency. And it is the business card is actually 3.5 by 2, but what happens is we went with a full bleed, which means that the printer will chop it off about 1/8 inch all the way around, as what this little template, it got covered up, but there is a little template here that I did start with to make sure everything was within that size. So that's very important to know that your art that you're uploading, which we'll do in another video, but it will be slightly larger, and you'll be able to see that when we go in, and you'll be able to upload that to the Staples website. And again, we'll do that in another video. But you definitely want to save this right away. Don't save over your templates. Let everybody have their own file. And so I'm going to name this Sarah. So then you have the template stays the same always, and you have a file that you can always work off of that's off of that person's name. Let's say Sarah changes her name. All you got to do is go back to that file and change the name. Let's say Sarah gets a cell phone. Then the cell phone can go right under here, C, and we'll get you a template, or make sure we can help you with that, adding a line. But we did have a few cards with quite a few phone numbers on it, possibly 4 lines. We may not have also. We may have just taken out the fax and put C and then the cell phone. But you get the general idea. So when you're done editing it, shouldn't take but a few minutes. You actually need to save this. Just make sure you save all the time. But the other thing is you're actually making two files. One file is for editing, and the other file is for the printer, and it's a JPEG file. So then you're actually going to File, Export, change file type, and then you're going to choose JPEG. Then down here, there's a button that I'm hovering over with the little file. This is the Save As. A screen will pop up, and you will call it Sarah Zimmerman, or what the person's name again, so you can easily tell. You might want to even keep the JPEGs in a different folder. Maybe that's easier for you. Or you may want to just say Sarah Zimmerman print. Anything that you can do to keep it separate. Now here's the absolute very important thing to do. Your cards will look fuzzy if you don't do this when printed, and you'll pay $9.99 and they won't give your money back. The resolution says standard printing. You need to change that. It needs to be high quality printing or commercial press, 300 dpi. You definitely want to upgrade the resolution so it looks nice when you print it. And then save that file in a folder or even a separate folder. Business card, one for publisher files and maybe one for print files or print JPEGs. You do what's best for you. So that is how to make and change the template. So in the next lesson, we'll upload it to Staples.